Happy Sunday morning, everybody. I know that you know where we're at.
You're at Henry Ford Museum of Innovation today.
And she is a curator. Is that what they call you?
No, I'm a presenter. Curators are a lot higher than me.
Well, I think you're really good. So,
well, I learn everything from the curators. So
we just learned she's a presenter and a curator. What's a curator?
A curator actually collects all this stuff and takes care of all this stuff. Right, and they curate it. They make sure that it's what it says it is.
Yeah.
And then they put it into our collections, and then they keep it.
What is your name?
My name's Laura.
Laura is here at the Henry Ford Museum
of Innovation.
Thank you. Okay, so
Michigan.
And I know you've all been here. I get that, but hold on, okay? Because every time I do this, they're like, "We've been there." I find this really interesting. Can you tell us about this?
So this is sweepstakes. This is Mr. Ford's very first race car. Mr. Ford has just lost his first company, and he wants to start another company. And he goes, what better way to do that than get publicity?
Wow.
So he actually builds this car, sweepstakes, and he challenges a man named Alexander Whitten, who was of Cleveland, Ohio.
Ooh.
He challenged him to a race, and Alexander Whitten at the time was the premier automaker of the United States.
Come on up here. I like this story. Keep going.
And so Mr. Ford builds this car, and he challenges Alexander Whitten to a race. And against all odds, he actually wins that race. Mr. Whitten's car is big, heavy, beautiful car. You can see here, Mr. Ford's car is made out of wood. This is Spider Huff right here.
Spider, hey Spider.
Yeah, he was Henry Ford's good friend, and he was a fellow engineer, and he helped put this car together. Spider had to ride on this running board.
It was like
here.
left side weight.
He had to keep it when they went around the curves to keep it balanced. But he was also adjusting the oil, the gas. And Mr. Ford, this is the only time he drove a race car in a race. And so he actually, against all odds, won that race. And because he won that race, he could start his second company, the Henry Ford Automobile Company.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why Ford,
That's his second company. It's not his third company.
First on race day, because he won a race, took that money and started
his second company.
But
he got kicked out of his second company because they didn't want him to be into racing.
Hey, see, it's the same today.
Yeah.
The wife is like, you're not spending all our money on that race car.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. And so the board of directors kind of kicked him out. That company eventually became Cadillac. And then in 1903, Right, in 1903, Mr. Ford started Ford Motor Company and ran his company his way.
So, the story in modern era is everybody loves Ford because during COVID, they did not need a bailout, that they had enough money that they were...
That was a little bit before COVID, but yes.
Okay, but you got to be proud to know that.
Yeah.
And I know we're not a manufacturer company, but still, you represent Ford.
We're nonprofit. This is a nonprofit organization.
You got to be proud that Ford had enough money put away
to be able to do this.
Everybody, of course, we all know the story, right? But I think Ford's pretty badass that they had enough cash laying around. They're like, we got this. Everybody else is like, we need you to give us money. Yeah. Thank you. Give me a hug. What a nice lady, huh? All right, now if I can find my wife. All right, what a great story. Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so of course, Ken Block. Let me turn my phone around. Okay, so we know the legendary Ken Block lost his life. Such a sad situation. Ken losing his life with a great family, and I know everybody still represents. Race cars everywhere. We've already seen the car that Kennedy was assassinated in. Very sad moment. The Petties. Look here. What'd you find, Kyle? Coffee with Kennedy.
Racing, baby.
You a race car driver?
Put them up there.
What we got?
Kenny how you race.
Let me see this.
Hit the button.
Hold on.
Hit the button. Wait a minute. This is called an unfair advantage.
All right, here we go.
All right, do it. Oh. See? You were trying to cheat. You pushed it, didn't you?
That's what happens when you cheat.
If you don't think the Cal Petty charity ride is fun, you're thinking wrong. Because we ride motorcycles, but we stop. we stopped. So today's the Henry Ford Museum. Tomorrow's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They feed us. We got great hotels. Bonneville, the Bonneville Salt Flats. Look at this. Okay, how would you like to be in this thing? Bob is a brave man. There's Bob. And he sat in that thing. And did you know? Stop it. Stop it right now. Hi, beautiful. Okay. Insert your own jokes. Look at that. The Bonneville Salt Flats. And did you know the Cal Petty charity ride 2 years ago, we took off from Salt Lake City, Utah to Vegas through all the back roads, the gold mines. Look at that. So much. Our legendary photographer got a banged up leg. Look at there. How you doing? You healing up?
Good,
Coffee
yes.
with Kenny.
Doing good.
Yep.
Christy.
Hi.
She's my assistant this week.
You need an assistant. We all do. We need a little help every once in a while.
That's it. Are we live?
You got, no, not live. Coffee with Kenny. We just download it a little bit. We love you. You're loved.
Thank you, buddy.
Everybody in the NASCAR community want to know where you're at.
Working with you.
Yep.
That's it.
He was walking yesterday.
I still am.
Got to take it easy. Yeah, there's a lot of walking here. All right. You ready? Dan Gurney. Look at this, everybody. Just a quick oh, look at her Pikes Peak Hill climb. You know that's AJ right there, baby. Oh, let's go see AJ. Look at this, huh? Look at them tires.
I will.
Look at that, huh? Bobby Unser. Bobby Unser right there. Look at that.
300 with the price of 300. Yeah.
That's a big.
Richard Petty sighting. There he goes. Kim, I know. You know what's wild is there's AJ Mother Foyt and Richard Petty, and Richard just did a drive-by on the Herminator. There he is. Okay, I got to tell you about this. All right, quick story. So everybody says, why do you race dirt? There's the reason. This car right here would be lined up on the pole at Indiana Fairgrounds, okay? So AJ would win. He would win the Hoosier 100 at Indiana Fairgrounds, right? But the day after, he'd be on the pole for the Indy 500. That's why I race dirt, because of that man right there. You can't run your whole life running one thing. You got to run dirt. You got to run asphalt to make it complete. A little bit of road course. All right, Indy car race. Oh, is that Michael or Mario? Let's see, what is this? Tom Sneva. Oh, wow, look at that thing. Looks shorter nowadays. Tom Sneva. Oh, Saltwater. I will never forget this horrible wreck. I think that was Saltwater, wasn't it? Let's see. Yes, Saltwater's car. I will never forget this as a child. This is what makes the Henry Ford Museum so unbelievable. So, when we were kids, you all remember the front straightaway. This car exploded and put fuel all over the stands. And this was one of the most unbelievable moments in Indianapolis 500 history. But here at the Henry Ford Museum, they got it. Look at that. Look at this. Can you believe a man sitting there? Those Indy cars. You think about Kyle Larson right now running. I mean, look at this. That's where they sit. Look at that. Unbelievable. Okay. Look at that race car driver. Oh, look here. Okay, bonus footage. Here we go.
Yeah. Did you know Rainbow Fox with Ray Fox? I didn't know.
All those years.
Yeah, I didn't either. How many years? But Keycaper was only in racing.
55, 56.
Just 2 years.
It was the 2 years.
Did he win the championship?
I think they got that. He won everything. He just went home.
So he just come and won everything. Won. You remember this car,
36 races or something.
but you remember this car, right?
Not that particular one, but
Yeah.
the model.
One that looks like it? Yeah. That's good.
It does not get any better than that.
Yeah.
It's bonus footage, everybody. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Oh, somebody said to me the other day, "What's your favorite Pennzoil car?" And I said Rick Mears or Johnny Rutherford. Look at there. Huh? There it is, Rick Mears. There it is, the Pennzoil car. The Captain. If this does not make you want to come to the Henry Ford, oh, my man, John Force. Look at this. Huh? And to think John Force calls me. John Force calls me, and look, he's in the Henry Ford Museum. Jesus. There it is. I bet that's Trevor Bayne when he won the Daytona 500. Let's look. That's the car. That is the car. Oh my God. That is, yep, told you. Look at there. I think life's amazing where it's like, oh, Trevor Bayne. Trevor Bayne won the Daytona 500. Massive tandem drafting. Here's a good picture of that. Remember the tandem drafting? Good job, Trevor. Good job, Trevor. You had to have a lot of balls that day. Couldn't even see where you were at because of tandem drafting. You couldn't see where you're at because tandem drafting, I did it. It's scary as all get out. You put your nose behind somebody's ass, and it's like, where are we going? If they wreck, you wreck. Look, that's the confetti still on the car. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed Coffee with Kenny this morning. A lot of great sightings. So it's Sunday. It's Texas Motor Speedway. Who's going to win? Who's going to win Texas? Honey, say goodbye.
Bye.